This computer. Share screen. Boom. Share. All right, guys, here we go. Let's try this again. So this is the introductory video PowerPoint for world history. Most of you had me last year in geography. If you hadn't, you transfer or whatever, you'll be taking world history from me this year. So welcome you to the 2020-2021 school year. Going to be a little bit different, starting online the first 9 weeks, and then the school board will make a decision after that if we're in person or not. So it's going to be weird this year to start off with, but we'll make it through. We'll try our best anyhow. You had me last year. I always show this. It's from Billy Madison, one of Adam Sandler. It's like the second movie he ever did. His character Billy is like a 20-something-year-old screw-up. All he does is party all the time with his buddies, and his dad thinks he's pretty much worthless. So he makes a bet with his dad that he can go through every grade, K through 12, graduate, and then take over his dad's hotel business. And here's Billy standing outside waiting for the bus to pick him up his first day of kindergarten again.
Oh, back to school, to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool. I got my lunch packed up, my boots tied tight. I hope I don't get in a fight. Oh, back to school, back to school, back to school. Well, here goes nothing.
So it's kind of the same for us this year. Here goes nothing. We're trying something, we did it for a while at the end of spring last year. This is going to be hopefully a lot better experience for everyone. We're going to give it a whirl again. So who is Mr. Jonner? Those who have had me, you call me Jonner, it's fine. Those who haven't, that's Mr. Jonner. Jonner's fine. So some of the things about me: 22nd year here at Todd County High School. It's the only teaching job I've ever had. I enjoy it here. Wouldn't have any, be anywhere else. I teach geography and world history. Since this is world history, you took geography from me or from somewhere else before, this is your last class that you'd ever have to take from me. It's the only 2 classes I teach. I also coach. I'm an assistant football coach, which of course football, since we're going online, no football this season. That had been my 6th year. An assistant girls basketball coach. Hopefully we have basketball. It'll be my 8th season with the girls. I had 12 seasons with the boys in basketball before coaching football and girls basketball. So, something I enjoy besides teaching. Born and raised in Wyoming, small little coal mining town called Hannah. Still small. My high school, 190 kids, roughly. I think it was either 6 through 12 or 7 through 12. I can't remember, but not very big. 26 in my graduating class, so a lot smaller than what we have here at Todd County. I'm the oldest of 3. I have 2 younger brothers. Jeremy's the middle brother. He's a teacher in Fort Collins, Colorado. He teaches business classes at Poudre High School. The youngest, Jason, he is a contractor in Southern Illinois. He builds, he paints, he drywalls, he does all that stuff. Been married for 18 years. Mrs. Jonner works here at the high school as well. She works out the CTE building. She teaches digital photography and multimedia, and is also part of the JAG program, which is helps kids get into college. So she works here as well. I don't know, some of you might have taken a class. Maybe we'll this semester, maybe next semester, who knows. We don't have any kids. We have 1 dog named Remy, like I told you guys last year, and we have a bunch more cats. We live out in the country, so we have a bunch of wild cats running around. They are wild, but I mean, I can pick them up and pet them and whatnot. So they're kind of tame that way. Some of the things I like to do, I would say I like to read, but I got so many books that I haven't even touched yet. I like to watch and play sports, more watch, football, basketball, especially, more college basketball, and the NFL for football. I like to watch movies and television, especially superhero action movies, same kind of TV. like to play video games, PS4 guy. Still waiting to see what prices are for the new consoles since they haven't said anything yet, but we'll see. There's your daily schedule. Of course, it's going to be different with us being online. And if we're ever back in person, that's what your daily schedule. I didn't put seminars in, lunch periods. We'll worry about that when we get back in the building and being in person with each other. All right, classroom expectations. When I say classroom expectations, it's more being online for now, since that's what we'll start the first 9 weeks, and then school board's gonna make a decision after that. Use your time wisely. You're taking 7 classes, all online. Each teacher is gonna be different on what they expect from you every day. So, when you do your world history, get in there, get done, get it over and done with. Don't rush through it to get it done, but use your time wisely. Be organized. Always do your work in the same workspace. Be at the kitchen table, in your bedroom, on the couch, wherever that may be. Be consistent, be organized. Make sure you have your computer. Is it charged up? Do you have anything to write with? Do you have paper and pencil, whatever? Knowing what programs you're gonna have to open up, those type of things. It's key. You're organized, you'll get through your classes a lot quicker. You have to be self-directed. I'm not going to be there in person to help you out. You're not here in the room with me. So you're going to have to be really more motivated and do it on your own. I'm still going to be here to help you every day, whatever way we communicate, but you're going to have to be more self-directed than you ever have been in your life. So it's something new. Be willing to put in the time needed. You got 7 classes. Each teacher is going to be different. For this class, it's usually about 1 thing per day. So you have to be willing to put in that time each day for world history and get done what you need to get done and learn what you need to get learned. Big one, read directions and listen to the videos carefully. Now, the nice thing about this being online, you can go back and reread the directions as many times as you want. You can listen to the videos, watch the videos as many times as you want. It's not like in class where we talk about, let's say we're talking about the pyramids of Egypt, and you missed that class that day. Well, you missed that information. Being online, if we have a video about it, you can go back and watch it. So make sure, carefully, read directions, listen to the videos, watch carefully. Communicate with me if you have questions or problems with an activity. Communication is key. We're not in person. We're not sitting there. If you have a question like in class last year, you raised your hand, we come around and help you. Now you're going to have to send me a message. I have to check in with you. So we have to make sure that our lines of communication are open with each other. All right, so let's get into the world history part. So what we learned last year in world geography is going to play in big time in with world history. And this is, if we were in the classroom, you'd see, and you saw this last year, we had a set of posters that spelled out grapes. G is for geography, R is for religion, A is for achievements, P is for politics, people in power, E is for economics, and S is for social structures. These are 6 different things that we talk about constantly in this class because they all fit together. So here's a video. It's cheesy, but it gets the point across. So this guy kind of sings what grapes is all about and not the fruit that you eat.
Geography, religion, achievements, politics, economics, social structure. Geography deals with location, neighboring countries, and natural resources that affect the population. Religion is all about worship, people's beliefs and how it affected daily life and the government. Achievements include a society's contributions, architecture, art, inventions, and mathematical solutions. When discovering a new Civilization using grades will help you learn the ins and outs of a nation. Geography, religion, achievements, politics, economics, social structure. Geography, religion, achievements, politics, economics, social structure. Politics regard those in power. Do the people have rights and freedoms, or are they forced to bow down and cower? Economics can be very complex. Who do they trade with? What are their jobs? Are they farmers or do they cast fishing nets? Social structure is about the people. Are they segregated? Are they stratified? Or is everyone equal? When discovering a new civilization, using grapes will help you learn the ins and outs of a nation. Geography, religion, achievements, politics, economics, social structure. Geography, religion, achievements, politics, economics, social structure. Geography, religion, achievements, politics, economics, social structure.
So that song really pounds that in your head, but it's important. Those are the things that we're going to be talking about a lot. So get that in your head. Geography, religion, achievements, politics, economics, social structures. So what is world history all about then? It's the study of the past to see how the world as we know it has been shaped. People have done things in the past that still reflect to our modern day society, like paper. You know, the Egyptians were some of the first, and the Chinese were the first to invent some form of paper. You know, mathematics, where did it come from? A lot of it was from the Middle East. Some of the concept of zero comes from the Mayans. You know, a lot of the stuff that we use like for buildings come from the Greeks and the Romans. So we have to kind of understand where everything comes from. Our government comes from the Greeks with democracy. So that type of stuff. Things that we're going to be learning about. The video did a good job saying it. People, places, events, religions, culture, society, philosophy, trade, technology, food, you know, men and women's roles, you know, those type of things. We'll be doing maps, charts, graphs. There'll be videos to watch. Projects, you know, kind of holding off on that for now. Hopefully we're back in person. T-charts, like we had last year. If you don't know what those are, we'll talk about it. There's other things we'll be doing. How are you going to get your information? A lot of hands-on learning this year. Of course, there'll still be some direct instruction, but a lot of it's going to be on your own. So grading, very similar to what we had last year with geography, based on total points. To figure out your grade, you're going to take the points earned divided by total points. Schoology, the nice thing about it, it shows you your grade. Now, the example I'm going to show you, you know, it could be these points, it could be more, it could be less, depending on how fast we go through things or how slow. 1080 to 1200. So if we do 1200 points worth of activities, tests, projects, if you score between 1080 and 1200, you'll get an A. Between 960 and 1075 is a B. 840 to 955 is a C. 720 to 835 is a D. And then the dreaded F. F is not good, 715 and below. I don't want to see anything below a C. Should be no way that you guys can't get a C or better. D's and F's aren't good enough. C's and B's and A's. Like I said, that could be more points, could be less points, depending on how fast we get through things. We're going to take it slow at first. And then once we get comfortable with Schoology and all that, we'll ramp it up a little bit. All right. New thing, since we're starting online, is how do you interact online with the class? You guys are going to be taking 7 of them. So you got to be, aware of what your surroundings are online. We talked about this a little bit with social media in class last year. Set a respectful tone. Respect each other. Respect me as your teacher. We're in this together. It's something new. We got to get used to it. Have to be patient with each other. Not being mad and screaming and yelling at each other, typing in capital letters, getting through it. If you won't say it face to face, don't say it online. Remember, you post something online, it's there for everyone to see. So don't be bullying, don't be making mean remarks about people, your fellow classmates, about me. Just don't do it. Attempt to find your own answer. Google it. Read the material. Those type of things. Don't sit there and, don't you read the question and say, oh, I can't find the answer. The internet, it's a wonderful thing. You guys are going to have the internet at your fingertips with your Chromebook, so use it wisely. Submit your work right away. You got 7 classes, 6 of them that are not world history, but you got world history and 6 others. If you have work that needs to be turned on a certain day, say it's assigned on a Tuesday and it's due on a Friday, you got to get it turned in. You can't expect teachers to, have something assigned in September and you try to turn it in January. Not going to work in the real world. Not going to work when you get into college or whatever you do. You got to get it turned in right away. Big one right here. Read instructions and directions carefully. Watch the videos carefully. You're going to have to be more self-directed. It's on you. It's not like in the classroom where if you had to, I'm showing you the instructions or reading off directions and showing you how to do it. I'm going to still do the same thing online. Nice thing about online is if you need to go back over directions, instructions, watch video, you can do it over and over again. So do those things. Missing work, tests, and projects. So if you miss something, it's on Schoology. It'll tell you what assignments are due, when they're due. Tests, I haven't made quite a decision on that yet, if we're going to be doing them or not. I haven't been told really what to do yet. So we'll go with that for now. Maybe not. Projects, like I said, kind of holding off on that as well. We'll see if they're online. And of course, you've got to get them done online. Big one, projects and daily work must be made up in the quarter they were assigned. So if they were assigned the first quarter, that's when they're due. If they were assigned the second quarter, that's when they're due. Not like, it was assigned to me in September and I tried to turn it at the end of January. No, it's not going to work. Get it done. Tests must be made up by the end of the semester if we do tests online or not. Like I said, I haven't made that decision yet. So when we get to that, we get to it. There's the big one. Communication this year, since we're not in person to start off the school year. We need to communicate several different ways. We all have school email. So it'll be easy to send emails back and forth to each other. A lot of you should know how to get to your school emails now. After last spring, I sent emails 2 or 3 times a week last spring and people didn't check their emails because they didn't know where to go. We should by now. Schoology. The thing that we're going to use is kind of like Edmodo, guys. It's a lot like Edmodo. Has a messaging system. We'll use that as well. If you have questions, you can reach me that way. Very easy. I'm also going to use Remind. If you're an athlete, coaches use this. It's a way coaches send out text messages to their players. Teachers can do the same thing. So if you can text me through Remind. The instructions on how to sign up for Remind will be on Schoology for you. I'll be sending out messages through that. If you don't have a cell phone, don't worry about this way to communicate. It's just another way. So, there's 3 different ways we can communicate. I'm going to be sending out messages through all 3. That way I hit everyone. But, the school email and Schoology are probably the 2 big ones because everyone can get to those. Remind depends if you have a cell phone or not. I said if you don't have a cell phone, don't worry about it. we'll get to the information we need to get to you through email and Schoology. So that's it. And it's, you know, it's a big school year this year. We're starting online. We just got to work together, get through it, and communicate with each other. Take it slow at first. And once we get used to this, it'll be like we're in regular classroom, we won't, you know, we'll be able to see each other if we have a Zoom meeting or whatnot, but we'll get through it. Hope we have a great start of the school year, and I'm looking forward to see you guys in class. I'd rather have you in class than sitting at home doing this online, but it is what it is. All right, talk to you guys later.